Welcome to Washington in Focus. I'm TJ Martinell. Joining me today is the Center Square's reporter, Spencer Pauly. Spencer, you wrote an article recently about a proposed property levy in King County that I've referred to as the Captain Planet Initiative.
Well, it seems like county voters may yet again see another property tax levy next year in their November ballots. So the county is set to approve a motion that would require the King County Executive, Down Constantine, to develop funding options to increase revenues dedicated towards climate impact efforts. In all, county officials want Constantine to develop funding options to generate $1 billion in either 6 years or 9 years.
Interesting. And so this is in King County, which has some of the highest property values in the country, especially in the state.
Right.
So the median home sale is $800,000, which is a lot of money.
Yeah.
How much is the average property owner going to pay per year if this levy is enacted?
A property owner would pay $92 per year if a 9-year levy is considered. Now, that for that 9-year levy, it is set at 18.5 cents per 1,000 in assessed value, and that would be to generate $1 billion over 9 years. Now, if the county decides to go for the 6-year levy, your average homeowner would pay $148 per year just to generate that $1 billion. So we're talking a lot of money here. And all this money would go towards climate impact efforts.
What are some of those efforts?
Well, we're at a really preliminary stage here in this discussion, but I can tell you some of the things that the county has spent money on in the past to develop, towards greenhouse gas emission efforts. This includes $180 million to purchase battery electric buses. We've created a new Department of Climate with $2.3 million, which would be tasked with, utilizing these funds towards efforts. And, we've even used $28.5 million in capital investments to remove blockages to fish passages. So I think one thing you should think about here is that King County's data shows that our transportation sector is the biggest emitter of greenhouse gases. So I think you're going to see a lot of funding go towards, electrifying infrastructure and roads throughout King County, which is not cheap.
So they have a goal that they're trying to reach as far as greenhouse gas emission reduction. And how is that working out for them?
Let me just say COVID kind of impacted the, data collection. So most recent data we have is 2019. So as of 2019, greenhouse gas emissions increased by 11% over a 2007 baseline when the county first started to work towards reducing greenhouse gas emissions. So, the county's strategic climate action plan developed goals of a 50% reduction in emissions by 2030. So it's been how many years since 2019? 4 years? And I think we're not anywhere close to 50% emissions reduction
so what happens
yet.
When they don't meet their goals, does somebody get punished? Does somebody get let go from their job? What's the consequences if they don't reach these goals?
In my opinion, I think the consequences is more spending, more tax dollars, more money coming out of people's wallets to go towards these efforts. And I think that's the best answer I can give you for that one, TJ. Not really fun.
Well, we'll definitely have to keep an eye out on that and on any future proposals regarding tax dollars towards fighting environmental issues.
Last thing I should share is, the county still has to vote on this to approve a motion for Constantine to develop something. Now, Constantine's office was present at a committee meeting where this was discussed earlier this week, and they signaled that he is excited to work on this. So I'm going to just say you're likely to see this in November 2024. So listeners should anticipate that.
Well, that's going to be interesting to watch and see how this comes out during a big election year, being next year, 2024. So listeners can keep up with this story and more at thecentersquare.com. For Spencer Pauly, this is TJ Martinell. Please subscribe. Thanks for listening.